Anyone obsessed with race is operating in a low state of consciousness. It takes relentless conditioning to make people hate others for things beyond their control. And this is absolutely correct because I notice that even people in the truth community who tend to be more on the conservative side or whatever, these types are obsessed with race, right? Typically white power, right? That white people are the superior race. And then obviously on the other extreme is liberals who where you see, because you see this on X a lot, you see a lot of more extreme content than you would on Instagram or the Meta-owned platforms or TikTok, whatever. And on the left, you see everything is mainly geared toward hating white people, right? It's all about, well, we got to have more people of melanin skin color. We got to have more Latinos. We got to have more Asian, more Indian, more women, more trans, more gays, more bis, non-binaries, more pansexuals. You get my point. But isn't this quite racist? I think the left is way more racist than the right because they make everything about your race. They never make it about you as the person. You see, the funny thing about stuff on the left is nothing is about you as a person. Everything is about what kind of physical characteristics you have, or it's about, this this narcissistic identity that other people are supposed to just accept. For example, if you are a man, and clearly a man, and you expect people to call you a woman, that's one thing. But for you to get mad about it is another thing. And expect people to conform to your beliefs. It's like me telling you that you must call me Justin the Strongman. And if you don't call me Justin the Strongman, I'm going to punch you in the face. I mean, what kind of stupid shit is that, right? Anyway, the left is really racist because, right, as I've said in previous videos and content, the left has made everything about race. So now, if you are a person of melanin skin color and you have achieved some sort of award, maybe in education, maybe in sports, or it could be anything really. Maybe you have achieved some sort of greatness and you are being honored for it. The very first question often you are going to be asked is, how does it feel to have achieved this as a black person or as a woman, a female black person? How does that feel to achieve this? And you know what? People can either take it as two ways. They can take it as, well, I accomplished this because of me, not because I'm black, not because I'm a woman. I accomplished it because I just put in hard work, right? It's like if I went to the gym. I've been going to the gym for 11 years, right? It's like if people said, oh, well, how does it feel to have gained all that muscle because you're white? Like, white people have good muscle building genetics. And I'm just making stuff up here. But imagine someone said that to me. I would say, it has nothing to do with me being white. It just has to do with that I went to the gym for 11 years. It has nothing to do with my skin color. But you see, the liberals always twist it that way. They always say, well, how does it feel to do this as a black person? Or, as a black, and then, they're following the people who support Democrats. They use that verbatim. And they'll use it to play victim. Oh, I'm a black person. They didn't hire me because of that. Oh, I'm trans and they didn't hire me because of that. Or you're just saying this and doing this because I'm this. It's nothing but narcissism. It's nothing but getting you to fight with your neighbors instead of the people perpetrating nonsense on you, which is the people who ultimately make you see race. And obviously, it's so deep because now there's all these stereotypical jokes, right? Which, yeah, some of them hold true because there's cultural differences between people, right? Like, I'm a mix of Italian, Irish, and German, so obviously I am European. There's some traditions my family just naturally does that they've seen over the centuries or whatever throughout that they continue, like pasta on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Just typical Italian stuff like that. Pizza on Fridays. Just stuff like that. But no one's out here calling me like a Guido because of that. Just like the same way, if a so-called black person just so happens to like watermelon, I'm not going to call him the N-word because of that. And be like, oh, typical N-word, So they've gotten us to see each other with race through the lenses of race, through just so much social conditioning with slavery, stuff like that. Being taught that in school, the jokes, and also all of these celebrities constantly reinforcing, because it seems to be mainly Hollywood celebrities and politicians that push race narratives, like a white cop killing a black guy because he's black, not because he committed a crime or anything like that. So we need to be very careful, because we can all say, we all love to say, I don't see someone based on their race. But we have to really, really catch ourselves and think, when we see certain groups of people, because I see this all the time on the internet now, right? The biggest thing now, you see a black person committing a crime, it's getting filmed. There's a comment that says usual suspects. That usually is the top comment. And I'll see even the reverse on, a white person's committing a crime, someone's filming it or acting belligerent, whatever, and it'll be a black person commenting. Usual suspects, top comment. So the race war is mainly a social media thing. Not that it doesn't happen in person, but they have ignited a whole different type of race war through social media, to a point where people are so racist that usually they don't even show their face. It'll be an anonymous account, right? That'll probably have, for some reason, 50,000 followers just from being racist. And it doesn't have to just be towards blacks or whites. It could be towards Asians, towards Indians, because I see a lot of Indian hate here on X. It's just sad, man, how divided we are. And this is why I make these videos, to hopefully just make you aware. There's not much I could do, really. If you don't want to be receptive to this, then just talk about it and at least let you hear it. Do what you want to do with what I'm saying. You can look into it. You can try to understand that there's a lot of people out here who are obsessed with race, just like people who say, I wouldn't date. Let's say I said, I don't want to date a black girl, right? In a sense, that's pretty racist. Or I don't want to date a Latina, or I don't want to date an Asian. In a sense, that's pretty racist, right? But people are going to have their own viewpoints about it, and that's fine. Let me know what you think in the comments.